This is Brian from ScreenFiles.com. I just got back from watching Batman: Dawn of Justice. And I'm surprised to say I enjoyed it. It was a pretty good movie. Not a perfect movie by any stretch, but it was pretty good. What I didn't mind, and what was causing a lot of controversy on the internet, was that it was a very violent movie, supposedly. And I don't think it was, not really. And the reason being is that Zack Snyder learned, as far as I could see at any rate, learned some of the lessons from Man of Steel, which I despise. I find that movie so gratingly bad, mainly for the reason that the violence in it is gratuitous, and it's unnecessary, and it's a Superman movie. There's no need to have it. And it would be even less of an issue if Zack Snyder's version of Superman wasn't so apathetic and so unconcerned with saving life. So, in that context, violence is not a great thing. But here, you see the Batman engage in some violent acts. But it's not like he's killing people per se. I mean, he's shooting people, he's punching people, but it's brutal, but it's not necessarily that violent, at least not in the Man of Steel way anyway. So it didn't bother me too much. In fact, the biggest problem with this movie, as far as I could see, is that it spent too much of its time trying to set up the Justice League. With cameos by Aquaman, a more extended cameo by Wonder Woman, The Flash, and I think there was one more who's eluding me at the moment, and Cyborg. And frankly, I would have cut all of that out of the movie, because there's enough going on, and there's enough character building without it. And the way it's done, I don't want to say sloppy, but it draws you out of the movie. It's just very weird and very unnecessary. It would have cut it entirely. Another issue with this movie is that the trailer, the one where Doomsday pops up, literally is the movie. That's the movie. You're missing a lot of detail, but that's the overarching plot in the movie. It's all given to you in the trailer. Strange, very weird, didn't like that at all. Do I look forward to Justice League? Not really, because it's being crammed down our throats. It's being forced on us, as opposed to introducing a group of characters in their own films, which would have been an ideal way to do it. Yeah, I know. That sounds like it's copying Marvel, but Marvel did it right, and they're reaping the benefits. DC Films and Warner Brothers are trying to shorthand this whole thing and just throw out all these characters and have people respond to them. And that's a problem, because not everyone knows who these characters are. Most people know who Batman is, most people know who Superman is. A lot of people don't know who the Flash is. Or even though he has a show, they're not using the same character for some weird reason. So they won't know who this character is, only that he's similar to the Flash I see on the CW. Most people definitely don't know who Cyborg is, and Aquaman is probably the lamest character on the planet. So there will be a lot of people who don't know who he is as well, though we'll think of him as a joke. So, all in all, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, it's a good time. It could have been great though. In fact, the movie, to me, plays more as a palate cleanser for Captain America: Civil War. That's the event movie. It's okay. Though, originally, Warner Brothers scheduled this film at the same release date as Captain America: Civil War and moved it. All I can say to Warner Brothers is, smart move. You did good, because this movie would have been decimated like Captain America: Civil War, no doubt about it. It's too talky and trying to shoehorn too much plot into too little space. But it's not a bad movie. If you like these characters, you'll be entertained. You'll probably have a good time. This is Brian from ScreenFiles.com. Have a good afternoon.